Welcome everybody to another episode of Justen and Justen.
Yes, that's right. The show about two friends named Justen, just spelled differently.
This is actually a re-recording.
Yep.
We had a little audio difficulty. Recorded a whole bunch of wonderful videos for you guys last week, actually.
Oh, the outtakes. Yeah.
Yeah, we had some great stuff. Would have been riveting.
Yeah.
Probably would have won an Oscar, maybe an Emmy.
Yeah, or a Golden Globe for sure.
Oh, daytime Emmy for definitely.
Yeah.
But
one time I won a Tony.
It would at least got
they give those things out. I mean, really. Yeah.
But yeah, so here we are. We're trying it out. So if we don't sound as good as the last video, we apologize. We're working on it.
Yep.
We'll get it fixed.
It's a bump and scratch, bump and dent sort of episode. But speaking of bumps and dents, we wanted to talk about a movie that we each liked that they recently released a sequel to. A movie called Goon.
Ooh, good movie. Good movie.
Yeah, I loved Goon. I thought it was so cool. I just watched it again last night.
I rewatched it as well.
Yeah.
Because I watched the second one not too recently. Yeah, I told you about it. I said it was on Netflix. Go check it out.
Yeah.
It's a story. If you know nothing about this movie, it's about a hockey player, a Jewish hockey player named Doug Glatt. They call him the Thug, and basically his only talent is to punch people. He's not good at skating. He's not good at scoring. It's kind of a story of Happy Gilmore, but much better told.
Yeah, it's interesting too because he comes from a Jewish family where his father's a doctor, his brother's a doctor, and they want him to go into the family business. So he has to tell them that he's stupid.
I'm stupid. He's gay. Stupid. Gay.
He doesn't understand, and he has a hard time kind of being persecuted on that level. But he's got a great friend played by Jay Baruchel, and he's got his own web show called Hot Ice. So they are just obsessed with watching hockey together, and especially this guy who's in the minor leagues called Ross Ray, played by Liev Schreiber. And he is a character that just beats the hell out of people in hockey. And that's kind of what Doug figures out that he can do after they go to a hockey game. And his buddy Jay Baruchel there is this really boisterous guy who's kind of starting a fight, and the guy in the penalty box comes out of the penalty box to beat him up. And Doug just beats the living hell out of this guy, gives him a headbutt, and then shatters his helmet. Well, he impressed the coach.
So he gets picked up by the lowest of the low of a minor league team.
Pretty much, yeah.
And the coach is so impressed. He says, "My brother, he sees he runs this minor league team." So he sends Doug up there, and Doug's only job really is just to beat the hell out of people. Yeah,
they want him to watch the back of this hotshot that got wrecked by Ross Ray in the big leagues. So his name's Xavier Laflamme.
Yes.
Yeah.
And he plays a total just douche.
Oh, he is. He's terrible. They're making fun of Doug because he can't skate. But Doug's got perseverance. He's got heart. He's got that kind of thing that unites people around him. And it's not long, and then this colorful cast of teammates that he has just they all start to kind of warm up to him, and he really becomes like this big, just the heart of the team.
And I think that's what makes the movie just so great is actually the background characters are not just background characters. You get their story as well.
Yeah.
Like, you got the team captain who every time he gives a speech talks about getting a divorce and his wife.
Yeah, and he's always drinking.
Yeah, he's always drunk.
His little sidekick who's like clearly a closeted gay man that's just like, yeah, go get it, boys, go get those dicks. And stuff. It's like,
and then you got Kim who just sits and reads his medical journals while he's going to medical school.
Yeah, he wants to be a doctor. Yeah, and
the two Russian brothers.
Oh, the Russian brothers that are always messing with the backup goalie, right? Belchy. So he's like, oh, yes, your mother, she's beautiful, I love her.
Well, they do have to pick on. The guy has a picture of his mom on his helmet.
I thought they put that on there. That's great. And Laflemme's there, and Doug is up there to watch Laflemme's back, because Laflemme is incredibly talented. It's like watching the Mighty Ducks.
He can skate around anybody.
Yeah, he's fantastic. But he's a prima donna, and
he won't take a hit. He takes a dive all the time.
All the time, yeah.
But no, it was a great story, great cast. It was Sean William Scott. He hasn't been in a lot, definitely since like American Pie and The Rundown. A lot of places haven't really picked him up. Bulletproof Monk.
Because he plays kind of the same typecast character all the time. This was such a departure from what he does that it was just really enjoyable to see him in a different spot.
Yeah, he didn't play the party wild guy. He was just more of the quiet introvert that was just super nice but could really just beat the hell out of people.
I think like the last movie that I'd seen him in was that American Pie Reunion, which I loved because I loved the series and I even saw those straight to DVD ones, but you know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I enjoy his stuff. I think he's pretty funny.
Yeah, I don't mind him as an actor. I think he's actually pretty decent, but yeah, you haven't seen him in much, and then he pops up in Goon, and I loved it. I think Goon was great.
Yeah, Goon blew my socks off when I saw it. I'm like, this is great. Written and directed by Jay Baruchel too, which was friggin' awesome. You know.
Yeah, I mean,
love his speech in Tropic Thunder about Blu-ray versus HD DVDs. Come sound of porn, guys. You know, it's like okay. Interesting.
Yes, very interesting. But the whole movie's premise is basically Ross the boss there. He's getting ready to retire.
Yep.
And the big fight is between him and Doug.
Yeah.
And then at the end, you just get that epic, just beat the hell out of each other fight. That's
man,
great.
and it's brutal. I mean, just watching it again, like I forgot how bad it was. And Liev Schreiber played Sabretooth in the third Wolverine movie there, you know. And I mean, he's just, like, you see him now and you're like, oh my god, he's pretty brutal. Ray Donovan, you know, I've seen him in just a lot of stuff, and the guy he's got this intensity about him. And I mean, he brought it, like acting chops and all that, he brought it to this little independent film. And I mean, he's just a character that you're going to remember.
Oh, yeah. I just like how they bring out like kind of a comedic side to hockey fights because they skate out on the ice and just like, hey, how's it going? Yeah. You want to go? Okay. Okay.
That was pretty great. I like the first one that he gets in with that really big guy, and he's like, oh, he's a nice guy. That's great. I mean, there's some other elements to the movie as well. Like they go into like how the family dynamic, where there's a disappointment, and there's a romance there with Alison Pill, who is quite lovely. I remember her from what is that movie? The Scott Pilgrim. Yeah. She was in that, and the Newsroom, I think, is another one.
I don't remember that one.
Yeah.
But so it's a great movie. The first one, I definitely give an A2. Go watch it.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh yeah, it's on Netflix. Go watch it.
I mean, even if you don't like hockey, it's fun to watch. I mean, I kind of like hockey. It's not like my life, but I enjoyed it. I thought it was pretty cool. And you know.
There's an entertainment value besides hockey. The movie's about hockey, but it's not focused on hockey. It's not like a Rudy movie or anything like that. It's
would more. Would you say it's in your top 5 hockey-themed movies?
Well, you got Slapshot.
Yeah.
Oh, you know, and then
Mighty Ducks.
Would you count Happy Gilmore as one? Because it starts out as like a hockey movie, but turns into a golf movie.
Yeah, it's got to be golf. Yeah. Unless, I mean, you can count it. That's fine.
And then the only other one I could think of is that one with Kurt Russell, and he coaches the USA team.
Yeah, there's Miracle, there's Mystery Alaska, and I don't know. The Cutting Edge.
Mystery Alaska was actually pretty good.
The Cutting Edge. D.B. Sweeney.
But no. I would, I think as far as hockey movies go, it definitely would be in the top 2. At least I don't know if it takes over these Mighty Ducks, because that's just childhood. But as far as hockey movies I can think of off the top of my head, it's great.
Well, what did you think about the sequel? Because I know you told me about it, and so what's your take on it?
The sequel came out, same cast, pretty much the same type of movie all the way around, but it kind of digs into Doug a little more. Doug's kind of a different guy in this movie.
Yeah.
You know, he's definitely fighting with the hockey, and the family dynamic is what the movie's really about.
Yep. Doug's married now, and he's got a kid on the way.
And the wife doesn't want him to fight anymore. That's the premise, and he just wants to still go out and beat the hell out of everybody because that's just what he knows how to do.
Yeah, he ends up hooking up with his former rival and mentor, Ross Ray, and he teaches him how to fight with his left hand because he's ruined his shoulder.
But I think the one thing I like about the second movie, it just shows how professional athletes can go from like the top of their game to like Ross Ray's doing in the second sequel. He just shows up at hockey, like from hockey games, as you can fight me and see if you win. That's the whole. Yeah. He doesn't even play hockey anymore. He just plays in these brawl hockey matches.
That's what they have. So they have this event where you actually go and you watch the hockey guys beat the hell out of each other, and that's it.
Yeah.
You know, and the plot is about this this one hockey player that is the son of the owner, and he gets out there and he beats the hell out of guys. He beats up Doug, and Doug hurts his shoulder, and that's how all this stuff starts. Well, that guy takes Doug's place on the Highlanders, on the team that he's on. So then it's kind of a story of Doug trying to get his groove back. And, I mean, it's interesting. It's, like, I think that the jokes are funnier this time with Belchy.
Yeah.
Like, they really did that. He's, like, eating a sandwich. He's like, we made you a sandwich. It's like, what's inside? What is it? He's like, don't eat the mayonnaise. It's made of semen. You know, it's like, you know, the stuff that they came to this time were a little bit funnier. And so they increased the humor. It's just, Doug seemed very different in this.
Yeah. No,
Like, I don't think he was played the same way. Like, maybe he forgot how to hit those marks as the character, but you know, it's just a little different.
Ross, Ross the boss there, he's turned into more the mentor in this movie, and you know, it's great at the end. Spoiler: Ross gets signed by the Highlanders to show up for one game,
Yeah.
and he just beats the hell out of everybody again.
That's right. And I love it. He's like, I could do this all day, guys. You know, it's the throwback to the prior film and all that. I mean, it was enjoyable watch. The high spot for me is when the boss has he takes Doug into his office, which is in the basement next to like a seedy alley, and he's like, "Oh yeah, it's bad. The hand jobs don't usually start until 4 o'clock. Ooh, it's an early day." You know, he's just ad-libbing
when he quits hockey,
he works as an insurance salesman.
I don't even think he's a salesman.
Job?
He's like a coffee boy.
There's just so many documents, and you know, it's a funny movie. I mean, I think it's worthwhile watching. I don't know if I would put it on the same scale as the first because it lacks that sort of Ruby element.
Definitely.
To it.
The first one is definitely the better of the two, in my opinion.
Yeah, of course.
The second one, though, it's still entertainable.
Yeah, I would watch it again. I mean,
yeah, it's not a movie that you're going to walk away from and it was just a horrible sequel.
Yeah.
No, it was still funny, it's still fresh, kind of the same premise, a little different, but no, it's...
Like, in many ways, The Godfather 2 is better than the original.
Wayne's World.
Yes.
All right. Party on, Garth.
Party on, Wayne.
Garth. He finally got his pubes.
You didn't tell him about my pubes, did you?
No, of course not.
That's right. It's been 5 hours without a Wayne's World reference, so we had to. So.
All right. Well, take it from us. Get on Netflix. Watch Goon 2. And then, let us know what you think, because we both love it. So hopefully
if you're
you
so
do too.
inclined, go find the DVD. I imagine it'd be good in your collection because it's a good one. Blu-ray.
Definitely.
Sorry, Blu-ray. I don't know what year is it. I have no idea.
DVD.
Yeah. Go buy the VHS tape, and then after that, you can get the Laserdisc.
Now the best thing is start your Netflix, pop a VHS tape in, and record it.
You can rent it from Netflix. You can get the DVD disc from. That's what Justen was talking about. Get the disc. So, Justen, I wanted to mention on our first episode because we didn't get a chance to talk about this. We had a bit of a challenge that went on, the Justen versus Justen battle. Yeah,
we did,
and I lost.
You did lose.
I did, yeah. So we had a astounding number of participants in this one.
It was so crazy to count the votes. I didn't know what kept up.
So we had the Eagle 5 versus the Satellite of Love.
I think you're going to want to revote like a presidential election.
Well, you know, what can you do? But what's the damage here? What do I have to do?
I think the viewers and the listeners, because we are on iTunes now.
Okay.
Are going to have to turn into the next episode where I'm going to make this guy sing a song.
Oh, no.
And I think for the simple fact that we're growing a channel, we're growing an iTunes podcast, we're growing, we're trying to, grow out there.
Yeah, they're like Flintstones kids.
I think we're going to have him sing Moving On Up.
Oh, God.
Because we're moving on up.
Well.
So, tune in. We're going to have a special episode. Justen sings Moving On Up.
Nice. And, I'm so prepared for this. Oh, my God.
So, get ready for your George Jefferson. This guy right here.
Oh, man. Lovely. Right. Okay.
So, tune in next episode, which will be directly right after this one because we're recording a bunch tonight. So,
love it.
Hit subscribe, hit like, follow us here, follow us on iTunes, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. We're everywhere. hit us up.
That's right. If you haven't subscribed, feel free to do so. It's free.
Subscribe. Well, subscribe back. Just please hit subscribe.
Now he just sounds desperate. That's terrible.
Please.
Is that Smeagol?
Please. All right. Catch you later, guys.
Yep. Justen with an I.
Justen with an E.
All right. Take
See
it
you
easy.
later.